One of the things I want to show you is two apps that you can use for tracking items or mileage in your automobile. So basically I have my phone here on the screen for you. You can see. So one of the first apps I'm going to show you, it's called Miles Tracker. Now, if you find an app similar to this on your phone, it actually works out pretty well. So basically what it is you create books, or you create different ways to track your vehicle. So I can add a vehicle that says Crossfire, hypothetically. And I might be Commute. Save it, and using that as an example, when I click on it, I can add trips. And this particular trip, say I'm going from home and to the Pep Boys. I can enter the mileage if I wanted to, if there was like 93,000 miles on my vehicle. And when I get there, enter the ending mileage. But as I mentioned before in the instructions, one of the best things to do is you don't even need any of this here. If you know you're going from home to Pep Boys, you can easily look that information up, because otherwise you're going to be spending a lot of time entering these things either in a notebook or in an app. And you can just save it. What you can do is hit totals. Basically, it's like how many miles. It'll multiply it by the current rate, and it tells you what the amount is. And then you can also, on this particular one, you can actually export it. I can export it to my OneDrive as an Excel format. I can export it in an email and send it as an email address. So we'll check that. I'll read the email. There you go. So then when I open up my email program, it'll be showing up. And I'll look into that in a moment. The other program I have, right there, came up already. There it is, right there. Total 15 at 863. Just look at that. So one of the other programs, the other one I mentioned before, is called OneNote. And this is a OneNote right here. Now with OneNote, I create almost any type of notes that I want. Right? I can file them. For instance, I can do things like planning a simple trip, make notes about actors, write emails. These are just things and notes and stuff like that that I look through and I follow up on every once in a while. So we'll take a look at, like, for instance, central casting. Central casting just gives me some email addresses. Now, if I wanted to open up a new file, okay, you can just go into unfiled notes, click on plus, and I can just call it mileage. And that's what I'll save it at. And then each time I want to do something, I can put the date, for instance, 1/2/2016, home to Steiner, and that's it. Don't even have to save anything. And what's unique about this is it saves in the cloud. So I just created that one right there. Here's the OneNote app on my computer. When I click on that, in a moment or two, it's going to pop up on the bottom for miles. It usually takes a moment to go through, but what it does is that it will update through the OneNotes right here. So in a few minutes, that's going to pop up, and I'll have it. So everything, if you look right here, everything that was on my phone, and I'll use the central casting as an example. There's the email. So anything I punch into my phone is automatically going to pop up on my computer. So I don't have to worry about losing anything. Same thing with images and stuff like that. It goes through the my OneDrive. I can actually access it on OneDrive if I wanted to. Which is accessible to any computer. And then when I'm in there, I can look in the files, and it'll show my OneNotes. If I decide to spend the time to go through them, and I'd be able to look in my OneNotes and find out exactly all the notes. And this is online, and it'll have all the different things that I had set up as well. And I can just sit there and pull them up whenever I was looking at. Recent documents, etc. So it's just another tool to use instead of keeping a notebook on. Plus, you'll always have that phone app on you at all times. So that's just one of the suggestions I had. Hey guys, I wanted to show you some of the forms you're going to need in doing the taxes at the end of the year. So, some of them you're probably familiar with. You have the Schedule A, which is for itemized deductions. You have the Schedule C, which is for profit and loss statement. You have a Schedule S, Schedule C Easy. It gives you a little exercise here. If you had like no employees and they're not, I believe it's like you don't have any losses, because you can do the easy. But if you do have losses, you'll do the Schedule C. The Form 2106, which is if you're an employee seeking reimbursement for costs such as W-2 jobs, and of course the 2106 EZ. You have the self-employment tax, which is Schedule SE, which you'll have to use if you have any 1099 work because you want to do your self-employed. And I have a per diem sheet as well. This sheet here, you can actually go to the link that I included in the instructions, but this is one that I was able to find online, fortunately, where it lists every single state, and I'll tell you like the vicinity that you're at. So hypothetically, for me in New Jersey, I'd be in the recipient area, so I can look in like the vicinity towards me and use that particular taxes. Plus, on the site itself, you're able to look up here this Parsippany Morris. So that's 136 for hotel and 56 per diem for meals. So these are great little things to look at to get yourself familiar with as you approach the end of the year. There's something to download.